Fuck, man. All right, let's go.
And finally, new rule.
This one's titled New Rule, Dear Chappell Roan.
Because it isn't.
I like how he describes the genocide in Gaza and the proof of the genocide in Gaza as just stuff that you see on social media and not, I don't know, the ICJ hearing on whether or not a genocide is happening. The fact that South Africa came to the stand to explicitly say that that's an apartheid state. The fact that they showed a fuck ton of footage from people in positions of power in the Israeli state explicitly describing Palestinians as animals and dogs and the darkness and the children of darkness. And if anyone here had listened to any of the people that came up on the stage on the ICJ, or I guess to the stand would be more accurate, you would see some of the crazy shit that Israeli officials, like these are, I think like people who are in charge of like the military capabilities, people who are in charge of the policy actively now, today, talking about how they don't give a fuck and that they want to kill as many people as possible. I feel like if you watch that, it's pretty hard to say, oh, they're just making a mistake and accidentally killing all of these people. It's so stupid. It's not social media, you fucking dipshit. It's actual evidence. It's actual shit that's coming from their mouths, talking about how they don't give a fuck how many people they kill. Make it stop. It's Sunday and you're torturing us, Denim. Oh my god, dude. When did he get divorced? Bill Maher. Divorce. Oh, he never married, nor had children. That makes more sense. I'm surprised he can remember something he's never had.
And I didn't learn about the Middle East from TikTok, which is a Chinese company whose totalitarian government would.
Sorry, chat. If I have to watch this, you guys have to watch this, okay? You know, guys, I met someone the other day who I'm gonna be sick saying it. They told me they think Gutfeld is funny. They were being ironic. No, I will tell you what happened. We're talking about Fox News. And they watch Fox News. And I was like, I mean, I get watching Fox News because, like, whatever, you know, it says the things you want it to say. It's the same reason people watch CNN. But I just don't understand who's watching people like Gutfeld. Like, he's so unfunny. And they were like, oh, I like Gutfeld. And I was like, oh, water. I need water. I can't breathe. I need air. I know. They weren't joking. Anyways, sorry. I need to move past that mentally, okay? Did you meet them in my nightmares? It might as well have been a nightmare, okay? My mom told me yesterday that some colleagues of hers at school found Gutfeld funnier than Jon Stewart, and we live in Portugal. Dude, I just felt one of my kidneys shutting down, okay? I'm fucking charging you. I'm billing you for my medical bills. Okay? Is the argument, yeah, those tens of thousands of dead bodies and children, did you consider they aren't as moving as these dead bodies? And yes, there technically was no proof of mass rape, and yes, there were multiple hostages that were released that said, actually, they were not raped, and there was at least one hostage that said that that was a microaggression, a racist microaggression against her, because she felt like they didn't rape her because she looked too Jewish. But yes, sure. Keep going. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, and for real? Wait. Are you telling me that, like, Jerusalem has no other affiliation with any other religious group? It's just the Jews, for sure. Jerusalem is it's actually just the Jews. Yeah, it's just theirs. Nobody else has ever had any, crusades of any kind or holy wars of any kind for that land, right? Don't be ridiculous, guys. Come on. I cap you not. Do you think they have a giant applause sign? Yeah, I do. Yeah, those people, they didn't want to, they actually were they were so excited. They were like, oh my God, I finally get to leave my house. Quick question, Bill. What about the people that were living there? What about those ones? What about those ones? Do you think they wanted to stay there or no? What about the 70,000 people? In 1948. What about those people? Those definitely, nobody wanted those, definitely, for sure. Oh, okay. Okay. Sure. My bad. Yeah. Just like the Native Americans left voluntarily. Yeah. People living there weren't cool with it. That's so weird, right? Why didn't they just give up all of their land willingly when Europe said so? Even though Palestinians, or the Palestinians that were living there, at the time had nothing to do with the Holocaust. That's so weird, right? That they had nothing to do with, like, the Jews being prosecuted and murdered and put in camps in Europe. And then they had to give up their land for some reason. That's so bizarre. I think we need to start forcing. I think we. Sorry. I think we need to start forcing people that are this white and this American to pay reparations to Arab people every time they bring up how oppressed Arab women are and how oppressed Muslim women are in Muslim countries. Like, it's so infuriating, dude. It's so infuriating. I think I understand how Black Americans feel when they have their issues fucking paraded around. And they're like, yeah, well, did you guys consider fatherlessness? It's like, hey, man. Hey, man. How about, as an idea, you don't talk about the thing that you caused through redlining and gerrymandering and persistent discrimination for decades, causing our neighborhoods to be impoverished, forcing us into poorer neighborhoods, making sure those neighborhoods stay poor, and then blaming us for our issues. How about that? How about that? Just as an idea. Just as an idea. War on drugs, or even just like the tough on crime shit. I mean, dude, the simplest example, the most simple example, marijuana. I would like to hope that everyone in here thinks no one should be in jail for having a joint on them. No one should be serving any time ever, and no one should have ever served any time ever for having a little bit of weed on them. There is nothing violent or wrong or dangerous about that activity for that person to have to serve time in jail. That alone, okay? I disagree. I think Bill Maher should have. So that alone, and the fact that, surprise, surprise, cops are way more likely to actually put you in cuffs if you're black and you have weed on you, whereas if you're white and you have weed on you, they just give you a stern talking to, which is a story that seems insane, but has happened way too many times, that racial profiling, oh, shocker, is real. I'm gonna go into too many tangents. Anyways, TLDR. It's very infuriating. It's very infuriating to hear Americans, especially white Americans, talk about, those Muslim women. Look at them and these niqabs. How about you shut the fuck up about your oppression and think about those women? It's like, you don't give a fuck about those women. You have no idea what world those women live in. You have no idea what they think. You have no idea how many of them want to wear that. You also have no intention of helping. You just want to bomb the region. So why the fuck are you using it? Why the fuck are you talking about it? It's so weird. It's so insane. I hate you. I hate you so much. You have no reference point for what you're talking about, and you're still talking about it anyways. They don't give a shit about nuns that walk around covered up. They'll never mention that. Yeah. Easy to use racism, especially like, oh man, I hate when people do the before and after, like Iran photos of like women dressing in like skirts, and then they're like, after, look at what Islam does. It's like, dude, Western powers literally escalated that situation for resources, and they put in when Iran wanted to nationalize its oil resources, the Western powers were the reason why a militant religious faction rose to power in that country. And if not for Western intervention, Iran would still look like how it used to look 50, 60, 70 years ago. And guess what? The women in those photos, they were still Muslim. Because guess what? Islam was still in that region. And it's almost like it has a lot more to do with the political affiliation or the political party that is in power than it does the religion. Turkey still exists. They love to ignore Turkey. They love to be like, Islam is so evil. Look at these women covered up. And it's like, okay, dude, I can't. I just fucking can't do that. I can't with you. I can't. I just can't. Anyways, sorry. We can press play. I just wanted you guys to know, I think that he should be forced to pay reparations, as well as every other dude that tries to talk about women being oppressed in the Middle East that don't give a fuck about them, but actually. Gremlo, thank you so much for the 24 months. And also, I'm just going to say one other thing, okay? The women who do want more freedoms in these countries, which they exist. I mean, people are different. People have different values and beliefs and etc. There are a lot of women who live in Muslim majority countries that want to be fully covered up, that they prefer it, right? Because if you think about it, and if you talk to Muslim women, they'll tell you it is so nice to never have to worry about what you're wearing. You can wear whatever the fuck you want, okay? You never have to do your hair. You can go out looking like a bum if you want to look like a bum. It's sick, dude. It's sick. Oh my god. I remember Frogan was telling me that she had cut her bangs. She was having a moment, and she was like, I'm going insane. I need to cut my bangs. And she cut them real bad. And she was like, it's okay because I wear the hijab anyway, so no one will see. But then she took off her hijab and showed me, and her bangs were so fucked up. They were so fucked up. They were not good. But it's freeing because you can do something like that and be like, no one knows. No one needs to know. But there are a lot of women who feel that way. They feel like, no, I like wearing it. First of all, besides it keeping me safe in a country that is filled with religious extremist violence or whatever, I like being able to wear this. It's like a form of protection and it's a form of anonymity. Also, it's really nice that I don't have to care about these things and I can leave in like a little bit more of a hurry if I want to. I don't have to care about being perceived and people think about what I'm wearing or how I'm dressing or whatever, because I get to just wear this. And there's also lots of women in these countries who think that it is oppressive to them because they don't want to wear it, but they have to wear it. So like, shocker, some women like it, some women don't. Just like in American culture, there are women who wear less clothes and there are women who wear more clothes. It's almost like people have different tastes in how they would like to dress and how much they would like to show. There are women that leave their house. There are gamers that leave their house wearing only hoodies, okay? Because caring about how you look is too much work. But it's almost like, yeah, it's an internal social issue and it should be sorted out locally. Yeah, exactly. Only hoodie, balls out. Exactly. Gotta let him breathe, you know? Gotta let him breathe a little bit. And the issue is more complicated than just like, oh, this is clearly bad. They need to stop doing this. They're being forced to do this. Everybody needs to stop doing this and stop forcing them to do this. It's like, dude, how about this? Hear me out for a second. If you actually talk to all of these women, regardless of whether they think it's oppressive or not, that they have to wear a hijab, that they have to wear a niqab, I promise you all of them think they would like to stop being fucking bombed. Every single one. In Muslim majority countries where women show their hair and in Muslim majority countries where women don't show their hair, all of them want to stop being bombed. But you don't care about that. You care much more about whether or not, you know, they wear enough clothes to satisfy you. So stupid. Someone posted the link, but I have a better one. I think I even retweeted it, actually. Oh, I retweeted the one that you sent, but there was another one. One sec. Oh, I didn't like it. What the hell? Whatever. Doesn't matter. I'll just show this one. Israel shouldn't... Sorry, it's a quote tweet of Bill Maher says Chappell Roan would be thrown straight off a roof in Gaza following singer's support for Palestine. And it's this fucking evergreen comic that says, Israel shouldn't bomb civilians. And someone, the person saying it, it says visibly queer person. And the average Zionist responds saying, I just fantasized about Hamas killing you. Okay. All right. Bill can't imagine affording basic rights to everyone, regardless of if they like you. Yes. Correct. Classic. One day, Bill Maher will die alone and sad, and not a single person will mourn for him because the remainder of his smug boomer fan base will also have died. Yes. Oh, God. My Islamophobic buddy will say, what about jihadist factions? What do you say to that? What about the jihadist factions? First off, not every single Muslim country has a jihadist faction. Second off, what about them? There are lots of Muslim majority countries that follow the Quran, and that is the basis for the legal system for the most part, that have no jihadist factions. What about those ones? Like, are those ones we just ignore them or what? It would be difficult for them to find a roof to throw her off of at this point? Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. Also, there's literally, it got super hidden at this point because no shit, Twitter algorithm sucks. But there was one visibly queer person who went to help with, I think they went to Gaza to help. And surprise, surprise, they documented all of it. I'll try and find it if anyone knows what I'm talking about. They documented all of it. And shocker, none of the people cared at all about who they were. And they only cared that this person was trying to help them. In a time of like dire suffering. What a shocker. They didn't immediately throw the person off the roof. This one. This is actually the person. For Pride Month, I'd like to repost this video where this lovely person went all the way to Palestine after receiving comments that Palestinians would kill them if they said that they were openly queer over there.
You shouldn't be supporting Palestinians if you're LGBTQ. Seriously, they'll murder you. Don't believe me? Go there. See how they treat you. Okay, then let's go. Mission: gather and label supplies, assemble a team, arrive and distribute aid to as many Palestinian families as possible while serving as openly LGBTQ. Here's how it went. But Rain, you're an outsider, so of course it was different for you. Well, that wasn't what y'all claimed. You said Palestinians would murder me. But here, in case you aren't satisfied, our team was largely made up of local LGBTQ plus people and their allies, and they all survived. Oh, and if that's still not good enough because they were providing aid, we found Gazan Palestinian LGBTQ people at this stop, this one, and many more. They all had grown up to adulthood while living within Gaza, Palestine. This rumor is a vicious bit of propaganda meant to dehumanize the victims of one of the deadliest months of bombardment to any territory on this planet in decades, and it's a lie. Now, do LGBTQ people in Gaza, Palestine still need liberation? Yes. Do they have their full rights? No. Is it safe for them to be super open? Most of the times, no. But their struggle isn't unique to Palestinian culture. It's a struggle shared by most LGBTQ people on the planet in different but very adjacent ways. I've experienced similar treatment in Ukraine, Poland, the USA, Colombia, Mexico, Turkey, and more. LGBTQ plus liberation is a lifetime fight, one we're not unfamiliar with, but let me be clear, regardless of the progress of that fight, this is never an excuse to turn our backs on the suffering and liberation of others. Gaza and Palestinian LGBTQ plus people and their allies will continue to push for their rights over time, but right now the priority is to push to have a life at all, a home at all, a land at all. Our focus should be on that call for humanitarian aid to every beating heart.
Try being openly gay in the backwoods of America like Alabama or Mississippi. No, that's different, buddy. They're trying to put it in our schools and make our kids gay. That's different. That's different. Anyways, can you link this, please? Of course. Thank you to the person who linked this. Who was it? Who had this shit on deck? Who is the base chatter who had this shit on deck? Devin. Thank you. Thank you, Devin. Everyone say thank you, Devin. Or else. What was I going to say about this? Fuck. It's also like, I'm sorry. How devoid of humanity and empathy do you have to be to think that the brown Muslim people are so evil that they would see a gay person and immediately try and kill them before doing anything else? That people actively suffering in a war zone, that are actively having their buildings bombed, that are actively having their tents lit on fire, that have no food, no water, or like very little food, very little water, basically no medical supplies, that they would be like, wait, I have to take a break from starving. We need to kill this gay guy. 1 second. Let's go. No, it's fine. I know you're performing surgery on that child. We got to go kill this gay guy. 1 second. Hello? How cartoonishly evil do you think these people are in your brain? Jesus Christ. What the hell, dude? It's so crazy to me. It's so insane. Deep down, anyone who says that just really wishes it was true, to be honest. They wish they could attack and end the life of others without consequences. Yeah. Anyways, continuing. We're almost done, guys. Don't worry. It's only like 2 more minutes. Never any violence against women in the United States. Right? Surely no one ever parrots the idea that, well, you were asking for it in the United States, right? Right, guys? No one in the United States has ever said, well, yeah, she got raped and whatever, but she was asking for it. Did you see what she was wearing? Surely that's not analogous at all to this situation. Weird. Weird. Why hasn't this country had a civil rights movement in the middle of, getting genocided? Can you believe it? Can you believe this country that has been occupied, these people that have been occupied for 7 decades, still haven't had a civil rights movement? Can you believe that these people who have not had their material conditions met for decades haven't found the time and energy to dedicate to a civil rights movement? That's insane to me. That's crazy to me. I honestly can't believe it.
Right and wrong kind of is.
I hate this guy so much, dude. I fucking hate this guy so much, dude. Oh my God. By the way, guys, if you guys want a fun pet, this guy's been he's been going through it. Enjoy. Please enjoy. Can we keep it, please? I feel like this is the type of guy, I feel like this is the type of chatter to start saying slurs. So I don't know how long, we can go with this TBQH. I'm going to be honest. So milk him for what he's worth. Then we go from there. I did audio atmosphere. That was crazy. I'm not going to lie, guys. Yesterday, there was a crazy chatter that was going... He was going so hard. I came back to my computer and I checked offline chat this morning and I saw he was typing in offline chat for 10 hours after I ended stream. Okay, maybe not actually 10. It was like 7. I was busy all day yesterday, so I didn't even have a moment to really chill. So I get on my computer this morning after being busy all day yesterday, and I'm like, let's see, what are we going to talk about today? And I check my offline. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, get a life. Oh my God. Holy. Dragon Army, thank you. Thank you for 37 months. Thanks. Oh, look, he got so mad he left. You're one of those ugly girls who just loves attention. Oh, it takes one to know one, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I have too much social anxiety to like attention. I wish I was a VTuber. If I could go back in time, dude. Fuck. Fuck. I would do it immediately. You don't give a shit about none of this. You're just doing it for views. You lazy cow. Get a job. Surely an Arab person who grew up in a Muslim household, who has friends and family in the region, couldn't possibly care about what's happening against Palestinian people and the dehumanization against Muslim people in general.
As someone who also had 2 older sisters, there is no insult that will affect me now.
Yes, that's correct. These are like pathetic insults, dude. Okay? All right. Cow. That's the best you could come up with. See, this is the problem. Men never dealt with girl bullying, so they can't. They can't do it as well as women can do it. Trust me, I got called much worse things, okay? All right, cow, honestly, just doesn't hit. Doesn't hit. Okay, guys. Next story for today. Dry dick detected. That's fucked up, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's fucked up. Jesus. Oh my god. My sister called me a linebacker when I gained weight after being diagnosed with a thyroid disorder. You cannot hurt me, says Chatter Talia. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy, dude. I got okay. I will indulge this once, okay, chat? All right. I had a friend group in middle school. Every girl has probably experienced this. Being friends with a bunch of girls that just bully you. Anyways, they used to frequently call me a narwhal and then make whale noises at me. Okay? Calling me a cow does not hit when you have been getting called a narwhal for years. Okay? Sorry, man. It doesn't hit. It doesn't. Doesn't hit the same. You have to get better insults. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I'm just gonna say. And that's one. That's one of many insults, okay? Takes me back, right? Go back to the 4chan training room, kiddo. What do narwhals even sound like? Ooh. What an oddly specific insult. Yeah. You're telling me, man.